In the yard again, we have another Rover 75, but this time it's a really early 75, a Cowley model. So before you say, oh yeah, you've done loads of these before, haven't you? And then I have to respond with lovely lines, door shut sounds, ovals everywhere, Richard Woolley. Oh dear. If it wasn't for the fact that this is such an early Cowley car, a connoisseur SE with all of the bits that you could possibly want, and a rather exciting and colourful interior as well, I probably wouldn't really be making this video. But I am, and that's why I'm making this video. Oh, there's a man in the background. The Rover 75 started off as a compact but luxurious executive car, and they did a fantastic job of the styling, the build quality, and all the other bits that are kind of important. It's just that years went by and they made them worse and worse until they became a bit of a I don't want to say joke, but you're something that's not very funny. Early models like this are sought after not because of the black strip along the bottom there that tells you that it's a Cowley car, not because of the bullet mirrors or the torpedo badges, but because it was a class car. And this one is even more so than most. This is a car that's for sale by somebody who's not even a Allegro man, and I just thought I'd have a little walk around it and introduce you to it. The proper odd-shaped number plate really works with it. The badge on the boot, the tow bar with a fez, the parking sensors, and then LPG conversion. Not impressed by that? No problem. I'll show you something that you'll really like. It's the colour of the interior. Yeah, green. Green, green, green. Look at that. How luxurious are green seats? And I mean, it does need a clean, but a proper green carpet. Weirdly enough, this one's not even damp inside. Look, Rover on the headrest, just so you don't forget. If you've got eyes in the back of your head. It's such a nice green as well. It's a deep sea green, I think they call it. And that with the contrast of the sandstone, other bits, and the proper wood dash, and then the half wooden steering wheel, it makes this a rather nice place to be. And somehow the back's even better. Although we have limited legroom and headroom in the back of a 75, you just get to see so much more green everywhere. And green's one of those colours that should feature in cars more often. Oddly enough, and I don't know how this has worked, but this particular 75 seems to have enough room in the back for a tallish man like me to be comfortable. I figured out the solution to this. All you need is somebody to drive the car that's a lot shorter than the person who's in the back. More interesting features on this car: electric seats and a fire extinguisher. And in the roof there we can see the interior light in the back isn't drooping down. Under the bonnet, of course, we have the KV6 2.5 litre 174 brake horsepower engine. 174, are you sure that's the correct amount? Well, yes, because this is actually a replacement engine with something like 60,000 miles. Came out of a ZS 180. Look, headlamp washers and Zenon lights. I've just opened the boot and found this net. That's an original thing, and so is the Harman Kardon sound system. Slightly unusual though is the spare wheel in the boot with a brand new tyre on it. Right, yeah, I've just found out that the rear well is taken up by the LPG tank. That doesn't even get used. How convenient. I've never seen one of those before. I thought they were the stuff of mythology.
No, there you go. It's real. It's a unicorn.
Woo! V6 automatic gearbox. Lovely smooth KV6 sound. One of my favourite engine sounds going. Not the most economical, but who cares?
What's the best fuel economy you've had out of this car?
Well, the other day I went down to Aberystwyth, mix of motorway, including traffic jams, lovely twisty A roads in sport mode, and lots of lugging around in second gear and first gear around Aberystwyth. And I got 34 overall for the whole journey.
I'd say that's quite respectable, really.
I was pleased with it.
Now, what's this car like to drive? On these roads, they just don't really suit them, do they? Because you always end up with drop link rattles and stuff, and this one does have a bit of drop link. You know that noise you can hear, that drop link. Replace them every 6 months if you drive on roads without avoiding potholes like that, because they don't like it. They just like to get damaged. They're idiots. Why did they put them like that? The BMW suspension as well as the most awkward way of fitting these particular drop links as well. They're a funny little dog. Now, besides that rattle, it's actually okay though. You know, the way you talked about this car, I thought it was going to be awful, but it's not.
It drives really nicely on the road.
Well, I mean, it steers the direction you're pointing it. On the dashboard, we have a couple of warning lights, but it's, I've seen a lot worse. And this is the luxurious model as well with that heater roller. We've also got heated seats. Do they work?
They do, yeah.
We also got.
I'm going to put it in sport.
Go on then. We've also got sport. So what a lovely sound.
It's such a good car.
And the brilliant thing is about the KV6 is that you can have that sound and not even go that fast.
Yeah.
Because
Who wants to go that fast anyway?
no, it just means you enjoy the sound without needing to do anything really silly and irresponsible. It's the best of both worlds. You know, sound fast, not actually go fast. There is.
No danger of putting yourself in a ditch.
Well, there is.
Well, there is.
Also, it's got cruise control and traction control as well. Impressive. And I'm sure there's something else on this car as well that isn't standard for the 75. Oh, power fold mirrors.
That don't actually work.
Well, you've got the button.
I've got the button
for when they do work. Why don't they work? The motor's just giving up.
That one just goes.
Oh, so it's trying to work.
It's trying to work. But
Right, well,
so I'm sure it's an easy fix.
Let's not say that. You don't really want to be. You don't want anybody holding you to that, do you?
No.
You said it would be an easy fix.
Yeah.
Well, why haven't you fixed it then?
Deal breaker.
What a lovely fruity, rorty sound it has, actually. Do you know what? It drives better than I was expecting, honestly.
I mean, when I get it out on the open road, so like when I was driving through Mid Wales, you've got those really nice sweeping A roads through Mid Wales, through the mountains, and it's a joy to drive.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, because they obviously have much nicer roads in Wales and not so many potholes to make it rattle.
Nicer roads means fewer vehicles to make them rotten and knackered everywhere. Do you really want to sell this car?
Not really. But it's needs must.
It needs must, but I'm going to tell you something that isn't going to be very helpful at all here. You'll regret it.
Oh,
you will regret it because this.
I regret most of the cars that I sell.
But this is just. I know it's going to need a couple of things, right? So it's got a bit coming through on the sill, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah. So it's going to need that for its next MOT, which is how long?
Either January or February.
Right. Okay. So you've got another 6 months or so left for that. Those lights need to come off the dash.
Yeah. I mean, the rear brakes need sorting. I've actually got a set of discs for them. And the sensor and everything can be sorted out then. Because it's to do with one of the rear brakes.
Right. I always thought the 75 was just a really brilliant car, spoiled by build quality issues, and then a few of the hello, just you go when you're ready.
Yeah.
But an older one like this doesn't have that same kind of thing. And with this really nice interior and everything, it just gives the car so much of a sense of occasion to actually be in it and drive it.
Yeah.
I think if you wanted a 75 to keep, it would be one like this. Bit of a problem with indecision.
Do I? I don't know. Maybe I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I do.
Anyway, what I'm thinking is the ultimate in 75 would be one of this age, a green one with a KV6 automatic and a green interior. So,
Spec.
yeah, if I wanted to buy a 75, this would be just the kind I'd buy, personally. It's a pity I don't, isn't it? Do you think so? If I said to you, I tell you what, I'll find a way of buying this off of you, then you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you?
I would.
It's just that I don't want to.
And then I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Then I'd be sad and say, I want it back.
Yeah, you would be sad, but then you'd see me driving it, making videos of it and stuff, and you'd be like, oh, we should still had that car. So you'd be best off with it just going somewhere else. That looks like a Metro from the front. Well, how about that for an ending? An ending where the video didn't end because I forgot to finish it off. You don't find out the information. You don't find out whether Johnny even wants to sell this car or not. And I didn't help because I kept talking about how he shouldn't sell it. Because he shouldn't. But also he needs to do. So everyone's as confused as he is, which is unusual. And in fact, nobody's as confused as what Johnny is. It's impossible. But never mind. It might be for sale. Have a look on Facebook.